Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for a very exciting LEGO build. Today we'll be upgrading the pet shop, the modular older pet shop with this light kit right here, and finally doing some of these smaller upgrades as well, like fixing the pet sign, fixing some of the trim up here. I actually just fixed this a couple days ago. Also, this will look a little bit different from the last video because originally I had this next to the bookstore because that's how I've been running it. However, with the light kits being what they are and the fact that you did see the bookstore get lit up first, I decided to keep this the way that it was technically built. Now, this and the bookstore eventually will be getting moved from the front line over here to the back, and Assembly Square was just put in the custom apartment building. The city's been getting a ton of upgrades lately, but I am definitely thinking about, the next few months and the next modular buildings I want to do, because the Sanctum Sanctorum, of course, is very important to me. I want to finish my Marvel row, so I'll be taking the police station and switching that to the front row, getting a light kit for that, upgrading it. But that is also a whole episode of just taking that really detailed build and upgrading it, not only with minifigures, but some really cool details as well, mills plating that and all that good stuff. This, of course, is already mills plated, already ready to go. All I have to do is take this really cool light kit and essentially wire it in. This is a different brand than the first one. I did Brixmax for my very first one for the bookstore to see which brand I kind of like more, and I'm totally okay with doing that. Light My Bricks is generally the more expensive version. Some of their light kits are about half the cost of the actual building itself. This one is $50. I'm cool with taking a $50 shot in the dark here, pun intended, for the light kit, and seeing how much I like it for this build compared to the bookstore, and I'll take a look at those at the end. As of now, I'm thinking Assembly Square I'm going to light up next. I am trying to get my, my backdrop here done for what you see totally on camera. Also, yes, it is a mess in the background, just because I'm about to start the huge project of mills plating my entire beachfront and, well, essentially building an actual beachfront, getting that all situated. That, I believe, is the next project after this. So the custom work for this city just continues, and I'm very, very excited that we're doing so much in terms of customization and all that good stuff. And, of course, in this box, you have all of the goodies. You have all these little packs, the lamp posts, and all that good stuff that you're going to need. I love having this light kit on the bookstore next to me, and I'm very eager to try and wire this whole city and get it all running. As of now, I'm just running a battery pack for the bookstore. The main reason being I only have one. I don't need to run a ton of wires just yet, but as I get more advanced with these, and as I start to maybe add some custom lights and add some traffic lights and start to do some really cool stuff, and I already know, I read the reviews for Assembly Square. It is a nightmare to try and light. So that's going to be a very interesting experience, and I already want to upgrade to some of that. So what I'm really starting to do with this channel is start to do one-offs of upgrading something. So like the bookstore, I upgraded that with a light kit, added some details, fixed some things up, good to go. For the pet shop, light kit, fixing, this, fixing this, maybe adding some detail work. I have stuff inside of here that you guys don't even know about yet, with some Easter eggs towards some pop culture stuff and all those good things. So there's a lot going on, and now that these light kits are actually coming to my city, and I'm very excited for that, I can upgrade the interior and I can actually appreciate it a lot more. And I love details, don't get me wrong. It is unfortunate, you spend $50 upgrading this floor and you'll never see it again unless you take it apart. So the light kit is a really good way to actually appreciate your set a little bit more, but it is not for everybody, and I'm still in the ground phase of collecting these light kits and all of that. For $50, again, I'm willing to take a shot in the dark with Light My Bricks. The Avengers Tower kit, for instance, is $200. That is a lot of money for a light kit. Assembly Square, $90. Bookstore from them, $90. They're very expensive. So lighting is definitely not for everybody, but I'm definitely having the itch, and I'm trying to go a little bit more in depth. Look forward to the beach project starting next. I also have tons of builds ready to go, including some more city stuff and Harry Potter, city, new sets as well, new Star Wars sets hopefully coming soon from the March wave. and like the Auspicious Dragon from the Spring Festival. So I got tons and tons of projects, but now let's get this bad boy lit up. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another LEGO build. Feel free to check out anything else that I've built or any of the games that I'm currently playing. I'm addicted to Helldivers and Smite at the moment, so feel free to look at any of those videos because there is a ton, and there's a ton on the way because I'm very into Helldivers right now. In fact, I've been looking to do like the Galaxy Squad Legos, maybe do like a Helldivers like build. I think that'd be awesome, but that is neither here nor there. We're here for the light kit today, so thank you guys so much. Like, comment, and subscribe if you can, and then let's get started with this amazing light build. Alright everybody, so here is the final build. Overall, I'm very happy with this. I did fix a bunch of the details for the pet shop as well. In terms of like the sign, the actual trim, all those little details. I also took the opportunity to completely tile off the back. These 4x4 or 2x4 area of bricks right here is actually left blank for a reason. It will be connecting on the opposite side of the city to another Mills plate. That way it just has a little bit of semblance. I ran a little bit low on some of my normal tile pieces, so I did fill it in with what I had, but it's a back alley. It's primarily going to be holding wires from here on out, so not too picky in terms of what the back alley looks like, but I'm definitely happy to get these guys tiled off whenever I do these builds, or the light kits, the Mills plate, stuff like that. It's a good opportunity to actually add some details. I'm running this off of a battery pack with 3 rechargeable double A's for now. I am working on getting the entire setup actually completely wireless, well, not wireless, but like batteryless, I guess. So essentially, instead of using like 4 different battery packs, running everything through a USB hub, I think is going to be a lot nicer in the long run, but we'll see. That obviously comes with getting comfortable with the lighting kits. Overall, the biggest difference between this and the BricsMax kit, very similar in terms of the install. This was obviously considerably larger than the last one I did, so I'm not going to say that it was more frustrating or anything like that, just because it is what it is. The biggest difference, this uses cool white lights, while as my BricsMax set uses the actual warm white lights. So similar to this, right here is a warm light, this is a cool light. So that is one thing that I honestly didn't look too much into before I actually picked out these sets. However, that is a difference. Since this is sitting next to the bookstore, of course it's going to be a little bit odd in terms of how it looks. So once we put it next to the bookshop, I will show you guys kind of the difference between the two, but it is noticeable. I love that you can see the interior. You can, of course, see the inside of the pet store a whole lot nicer. This one is slightly different just because the cord for the original that came with this actually tore, unfortunately. So I ran this kind of custom through the side through a little 1x2 with a Technic hole that usually connects this to another modular building. Of course, I don't need that since I have a Mills plate, so I kind of just ran the wire through. A little bit of a custom style just because getting this staircase back in is just a pain and a half, so I'm going to get that done the best I can. I also realized these were never closed in, so I got to order a couple pieces for that. I actually originally did, and then unfortunately realized I ordered white instead of clear, just because it's on a white background. It's a little bit hard to tell if they were white or clear bricks. I didn't know they made white ones, so that's my bad. Got to reorder those at some point, but I am happy to see the actual light kit in progress. Of course, everything is tiled off just the way I like it. Very, very happy with that. Since this is the residential home, I'm not entirely picky with having like special tiles or anything in the actual inside. I also did fix up this piece right here above the doorway, so very happy with how that turned out as well. You can see right in here, instead of using a traditional 4x8 light bluish gray piece that I use for essentially all of this, I actually used a green and brown combination to get that little lawn garden. So very happy with how that turned out. I've been debating replacing the color on the staircases from this light gray, which matches the sidewalk, to a dark gray. Not 100% sure yet, but it is something I'm definitely considering. In terms of the interior, you can see some stories hopefully happening soon. I'm going to add a couple minifigures to this pet shop right in here. And inside this house, there are some shenanigans going on. Let's just put it that way. Got a couple of shady-looking characters in there. I've been watching The Sopranos and Boardwalk Empire, and I just finished playing Mafia, so, you know, gotta add some stories. So this home for now is a little bit of a sketchy area until I get maybe in a restaurant or something put in here. But I like doing little Easter eggs to some shows and stuff like that in the future, so I think that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, so essentially this is run off of a small battery pack, switched around to the backside like this. For now, just sitting that up top for demonstration's sake, and you can of course see the light through all the windows in the background. If you ever open any of the doors, you can very much see how much more detailed and bright it is this way. But yeah, very, very happy with this light kit. I think it looks fantastic. Now let's place it in the city next to the bookshop and see which one you guys like better. Alright everybody, so here's the actual difference between the two. I hope you can kind of pick it up on camera, but in person you can definitely see the difference between the cool white on the right and the warm white on the left. So I can definitely see the difference. I hope you guys can too. If not, you know what, probably works out better because then I don't have to worry about it too much. But overall, yeah, it's something I have to probably consider going forward if there's one specific theme that I like. I like the warm light feel almost like as the residential, whereas I like the cool white lights for like industrial, but not even industrial buildings, but like shops, maybe the museum, stuff like that. So there is definitely a difference there. It's not going to bug me too much. If the colors are slightly different going forward, it's not going to drive me insane. But overall, I do think the lighting kits make a huge difference for the city. And I can't wait to see how I'm going to combine all these future wires. That is something I'm definitely considering. But I think the Mills plate for actually running wires and all of that good stuff could be pretty interesting. Try and run stuff through the bottoms of it. Almost like a little sewer system full of wire. So we're going to see how that works out, and hopefully that doesn't heat up or anything like that. So always be careful when you're working with this stuff. You know, obviously the risks are pretty minimal, but you obviously don't want to apply too much power. You don't want to burn these things out or short circuit them. Be very careful when you're building them that you don't rip the wires, because I've done that multiple times now. And it's an absolute pain when you have to go pay $10 to get a couple new wires. So that's just going to about do for this build, guys. Thank you guys so much. Next time, in terms of light kits, we'll probably be doing the brand new Assembly Square. Very excited for that. And then the new custom apartment building on the outside, which is what that little lantern on the left is attached to. Other than that, the city is going to go through some, hopefully, very in-depth changes coming soon. A lot more lights. Finishing Mills plates, probably bringing the haunted house down, all of that good stuff. But I'm eyeing up a Mills plate and lighting kit for the Daily Bugle right now, which is going to be an experience, I know. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me know how you like the lights in the city so far, and I'll see you next time. Happy building, everybody.